hand for Travis, everybody. Keep going, keep going.
How'd I guess that?
Oh boy. How's everybody enjoying the super hot fall weather? Hot as balls. I don't know. Nothing says fall like hot balls. So being the responsible adult that I am, it's almost fall, it's almost winter, so I decided to finally get around to my spring cleaning. And way in the back of my closet, I found this old box of condoms. And there were 2 left, and I'm like, sweet, a year's supply, you know? So I take one out, and I go to try it on. Now, hear me out. I figure every time I find an old pair of jeans in the back of the closet, I've grown too big for them. Wishful thinking! Anyway, I lost weight somehow. I don't know how you lose winter weight, but, so I'm looking at the box, and I noticed that condoms have an expiration date. Did you guys know this? You guys are all much smarter than me. So I gotta throw them away because they're expired, and I'm realizing that throwing away expired condoms is kind of like admitting you failed. Like, I had a certain amount of time to get the job done, and I just did not do it. I'm looking at them in the trash, I'm like, maybe if I had her talk about herself more, I could have used that one. Probably should have double-bagged old Sloppy Susie anyways.
Gross!
She's a good girl, don't hate on her. Of course, now this means I gotta go to the store and I gotta buy new condoms, which is like the most awkward experience in the history of the world. Because there's always some 15-year-old girl who's the cashier, and you gotta make that awkward small talk and explain why you're buying the junior-sized condoms. We've all done it. And I'm like, junior size? You know what? They have them right next to the Magnums. I probably just grabbed the wrong. What's that? No, I'll just get them. There's a line. I don't want to hold it up. Put them in the bottom of the bag. I guess the moral of the story is I should probably stop buying my condoms from Costco. Recently I was on set. Yeah, I'm famous. I'm on a movie set. I was on set of this TV show called the Jordan Sparks pilot. You guys remember Jordan Sparks from American Idol? Me either. Take that, Jordan Sparks. So, anyways, it's just me and we're hanging out. It's supposed to be like an album release party. But it's me and this other girl, and we walk up to a table full of girls. I don't know who any of these people are. And this girl looks at me and she goes, oh, hey. Not a hey like, I know, like, you know, we're just meeting just now, like, hey, it was the upward, it was, oh, hey, as in, I know you. And I'm like, oh, I don't recognize you. I'm like, hey, how's it going? She goes, you don't remember me? And I'm like, oh, no, what did we work on together? And she goes, no, remember I was drunk, and I called you, and you came over, and you spent the night? And I was like, what? And she goes, yeah. I called you up, and I was drunk, and I was crying, and you said, I'll come over and make you feel better. And I was like, that sounds like something I would say. But I was like, I don't think that was me. I think you got somebody confused. And she goes, yeah. Your name's Curtis, right? And I'm like, my name's not Mike or Dave or like something common. Me and 5 other black guys are named Curtis. There's no one else named Curtis. So she didn't just guess my name. And I'm like, yeah, that's me, but I don't think that was me. And she goes, no. You're a comedian, right? You have your own YouTube channel? And I'm like, again, that's me. But now, like, I was 100% sure that it wasn't me, and now I'm like 90. And the rest of the table, by the way, is all girls, and now they're staring daggers into me. Because according to them, I slept with this girl, didn't call her back, and now I'm such a dick that I'm pretending I don't know who she is. And so I'm like, what, that can't, I don't understand, like, that can't be. Maybe we're at the same party, and like, you hooked up with another guy after talking to me, I don't know. So we're checking Facebook for mutual friends, and Twitter and stuff. We have no mutual friends, and now I'm thinking, like, maybe I'm being catfished in a wonderful way. Like, some guy is using my name and my profile, and is going over to the girls' houses, and he kind of looks like me, but a less good-looking version of me. I'm assuming less good-looking because, come on, right? You weren't supposed to laugh at that part. So anyways, this girl is like, oh, you know what? Check my other Twitter profile. It's XXX Naughty Vanna. I did not make the connection that you all just did in your mind. So I'm just like typing it out, I'm just like, oh yeah, naughty Vanna, let me just... And the first picture, kind of provocative. The next one is like the dirtiest picture you can possibly imagine. And like I wasn't expecting it, so like I'm trying to pretend like it's a normal thing. It was basically like 3 guys and her, but the guys are just in. You know what I mean? Like, and so I'm just like, yeah, so, oh my god, that's you, huh? She's like, yeah, I do porno. I see that. Okay. And I'm thinking, by the way, that like, is she just really bad at hitting on people? Like, is this how, like, what about if on a first date, this is what you just did? Like, alright, check this out. Here's me fully nude. This is what I look like when I'm having sex. You can see I'm pretty good at it. You can see I'm enjoying it. I know a lot of different stuff. I'm open to a lot of different things. No surprises. That would be a pretty excellent way, I think, to first date. Just like, by the way, no surprises. Everything's on the table. So, finally, we checked the DMs, and this girl sent me a message from her porno profile that said, hey, are you Mike's friend? And I'm like, I don't know, there's a lot of Mikes, probably. And she's like, oh, LOL, wrong Curtis, NM. And like, what? So finally, after all of that, she got kicked off set 5 minutes later for drinking alcohol. So you kind of got to take what she said with a little bit of a grain of salt. And that's my life. That happens to me like all the time. It's like the least interesting thing that happened to me that day. Speaking of comedic transitions, the difference between men and women is when we're drinking. Like, women will look out for each other. They'll be like, oh, you know what, make sure she doesn't go home with that guy, or make sure she doesn't fall down and hurt herself. I've seen 2 women, one of them says to each other, I've had too much to drink, I think I'm going to throw up, and her friend says, I'll take you to the bathroom and hold your hair. That's love. I've been in that exact same situation when my friend says to me, hey dude, I've had too much to drink, I think I'm going to throw up, and I punched him in the stomach. It was the best Christmas mass ever. Thank you, Trent. So, I was at a house party one time, right? It's me and a big group of people, guys and girls, and we're all partying, and at a certain point, I lose track of my friend, and I don't care, because I'm a guy. At the end of the night, I'm leaving, and I see my friend passed out on the front lawn of this guy's house. And I laugh, but then I keep going. And this girl we were with was like, oh, wait a minute, aren't you going to help him? I was like, I already drew penises all over his face. I'm not sure what else you want me to do. You know what? Take pictures and put it on Facebook. Good call, Susie. Susie's got brains, too. You guys dismissed her so easily. And this next story is 100% true, and I wish it was not a true story, but it is. I was at a bachelor party, and we rented out this big swanky mansion, right? And at the beginning of the night, I brought in a box of donuts just so we could have some for the morning. And my friend lost his cell phone. He left it by the box of donuts. Now, instantly that's a mistake, because as guys, we're gonna mess with you. Okay, I can't tell you how many times I've left my computer open and I come back with a Facebook status that says, I eat butt. And I'll have like 400 likes. I have 150 friends. You do that math. So, the guy picks up his phone, and he's looking at it, and he's like, let's look at some pictures from last night. And there's me and the boys surfing. There we are, having a few beers. What is that? Oh, someone put their dick through the hole of a donut and took a picture. And of course we're guys, we're like, let me see that. Oh my God, that's exactly what you're describing. Someone put their penis through the hole of a donut and took a picture. And then suddenly, there's like this grim realization across the whole party. That box of donuts is now empty. Somebody ate that dick donut. My friend's face turns blue. He's like, was it glazed? Was it sprinkles? There's like a 25% chance I ate that donut, dude. I had like 3 of them. And he's right to be concerned, because as we all know, accidentally eating a dick donut is what turns you gay. It's science. But here's why that story's effed up. Because it's guys, people laugh it off like boys will be boys. No woman in the history of the world has been at a bachelorette party and saw an unattended cell phone and a box of corn dogs and thought, this'll be a funny joke. Friends would be like, Julie's weird. Maybe we should call the police. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Curtis Kingsley, and I appreciate it.